The miracle at the Pool of Bethesda. Our reading comes from John 5 verses 1 to 9. After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first, after the stirring of the water, was made well of whatever disease he had. Now a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there, and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up, but while I am coming, another steps down before me." Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed, and walked. And that day was the Sabbath. End of reading. Jesus does not ask this sufferer to exercise faith in him. He simply says, "Rise, take up thy bed, and walk." But the man's faith takes hold upon that word. Every nerve and muscle thrills with new life, and healthful action comes to his crippled limbs. Without question, he sets his will to obey the command of Christ, and all his muscles respond to his will. Springing to his feet, he finds himself an active man. There are so many lessons we can learn from the miracle at the Pool of Bethesda. Jesus sees and knows our needs. Jesus saw the man lying by the pool and knew he had been there a long time. This teaches us that Jesus is aware of our struggles and understands our needs better than we do. Jesus initiates grace. Jesus approached the man and asked him if he wanted to be healed. This shows that Jesus is proactive in offering grace and salvation to us. We don't have to earn or initiate his grace. Faith and obedience. The man was healed because he believed Jesus' words and obeyed his command to get up, take his mat, and walk. This teaches us the importance of faith and obedience in receiving God's blessings. Jesus heals completely. The man had been an invalid for 38 years, but Jesus healed him instantly and completely. This reminds us that Jesus can heal us completely from our sins, sicknesses, and past hurts. Jesus works on the Sabbath. Jesus performed this miracle on the Sabbath, which upset the Jewish leaders. This teaches us that Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath and that doing good and showing mercy is appropriate on the Sabbath. Testimony and evangelism. After his healing, the man told the Jewish leaders that Jesus had healed him. Later, Jesus told him to stop sinning. This shows that our testimonies can point others to Jesus, and that healing should lead to a life of holiness. Jesus offers life. Jesus told the man, "Pick up your mat and walk." This can be seen as a metaphor for Jesus offering us new life and freedom from the things that hold us back. Patience and perseverance. The man had been waiting for a long time to be healed. This teaches us to be patient and persistent in waiting for God's timing and blessings. These lessons remind us of God's love, grace, and power to heal and transform our lives. They also challenge us to respond with faith, obedience, and testimony.